So good to see you guys tonight. Welcome to our onboarding call. Excited that you guys are here and excited to work with you guys. Um, First and foremost, thank you guys so much for being a part of this incredible journey. For you that have been here before, I'll say it again. I just, you're not just joining a team, you guys. You guys are stepping into a movement that has the power to impact so many lives around the world, and it starts with you. This business is really, really exciting. I've been doing this a year and a half, and what I see coming, what I see happening is absolutely amazing. And it begins with your mindset. Like there's a lot of ups and downs in life, and most of the downs are because your mindset is not in the right place. And I will tell you, the way that you show up for this business is going to determine how fast and far that you grow. And before I go any further, I keep forgetting to ask this. Anybody on this call, Ms. Riviera, I appreciate you having your camera on. If you guys wouldn't mind turning your cameras on, it's just a lot better for me to talk to people versus black boxes. If you wouldn't mind. Thank you, Jeez, I appreciate that. Thank you, Martha. So anyways, what I was saying is you know, you are now an entrepreneur. And that's the most exciting thing about this opportunity, I think, is, when I became an entrepreneur, it cost me a lot of money. And it doesn't cost you a lot of money to become an entrepreneur. But when you become an entrepreneur, it means that you're building something real. You build something that you own, you build something that has a purpose. A lot of businesses in this space, I don't know that there's real purpose besides money. And money is a purpose. I mean, we work to make money, but this business is actually helping people, and this is your business. And so, when you have a business, I will tell you, when I've spent money, a lot of money on a business, you treat it with a seriousness, a consistency, and a heart that it deserves. And even though we didn't spend a lot of money to start this business, if you treat it with that same seriousness, consistency, and the heart that it deserves, your business is going to take off like you've never thought possible. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit tonight about something that we're doing in the new year, something that really kind of tweaks your mindset around small activities that will create big returns. So, what I want you guys to think about in this business, and what I did in every business, is you need to learn everything that you can. And we provide very powerful resources that we're constantly tweaking. I spent an hour and a half today on the phone with my team trying to tweak these resources so that they're easy for you guys to use. But you got to take the time to go through them. Because what I will tell you in business is knowledge creates confidence. And confidence is going to drive momentum in your business. And then that momentum is going to become impetus. But what we've built here is something that's scalable. You don't have to come into this business and know everything and do everything and all the things that we're doing. The reason we built this business is so that people could come in, keep their jobs, build a business while they're having their job, and then maybe replace their job if that's what you want. But we've got a system for you so that you can come in here and start building very, very quickly. And what we ask is show up for the weekly trainings. If life gets in the way and you can't attend live, we put everything on our school, we put everything on our YouTube channel so that you can watch these videos and understand how to do this, but more importantly, duplicate and understand how to talk to your team. But it's really, really important that as you bring people into this business, they understand where all the resources are so that they can also get a quick start. And that's the magic of this business, right? So a lot of people talk about direct sales of being a scam or being this or being that. What I would tell you is it's not a scam. Most people just don't know how to work or build the business. And you work or build the business off of scalability, right? People are working and you're tapping into their network and getting paid for their network, and you don't have to do anything. There's no other business like it in the world because every training, every call you're on is going to be a step forward in your growth. Every call is a chance for you to sharpen your skills and build belief. And I'm telling you right now, guys, belief is everything. This product is not just another gadget or a supplement that you can get from, you know, uh, Vitamin World, GNC, all the companies out there. This is a technology that's going to change humanity, and you have it in your hands. When I sat at the conference in Anaheim this year in October, I just was sitting in that room thinking, man, how lucky I am to be sitting in this room. Maybe there's 600,000 people in this company with, 7 billion people in the world that don't know anything about this product. But you have to believe that this is going to change humanity because when it gets tough, when days get tough, or you think that it's not going the way that you want it to, when you truly believe, sharing is going to become natural. There's no one that can talk you off the shelf talk you off the cliff about this product not working. And then your passion becomes contagious. So share with everyone, plant seeds every single where you go. And this is the best part about this business, you guys. You're not doing this alone. We have a community. We have a community of people. We've created a system for you. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't even need to be the wheel. You just need to follow the one that's proven. Invite people to our opportunity calls that we have every Tuesday night and get on these opportunity calls so you can hear me present this business so that you can get better at talking about this business when you do meet people and leverage our team. I always tell everyone on this call, you could set up a 15 to 20-minute call with me. Any questions that you have, any help that you need, if it's talking about the business, whatever it is, I'm here to help you and build your business because we all rise together. We are all here for something bigger than ourselves. I know that's why you signed up. This was an opportunity. You're like, you know what? This is something that I want to be a part of. And I want to impact lives. And all of us have that same mentality. This isn't just about sales, you guys. It's about transformation, transformation of your life, transformation of other people's health. It's about being part of something so special, so rare, something that the world right now desperately needs. It's an amazing, amazing opportunity, you guys. I just don't want you guys to waste it. Now, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to walk through the back office. Now, we have a lot of training on this in school and on our website that you can go back and reiterate. But if you're new to this business, what I want to do is I want to walk you through really quickly the very, very high points of things that you need to know. Okay. It's going to take me about 10 minutes to walk through this. Okay. So that you're familiar with everything and where stuff is in the back office so that you can see exactly where you need to go and the first step that you need to take. Okay. So let me share my screen here. All right, so this is your back office. You're going to get this screen when you go log in. You're going to put your username in, your password that you signed up with. You're just going to hit log in. And then up top here, you're going to see your name. We have ourselves an LLC, which we have training in our school system about setting up an LLC and why. But we have our business set up an LLC. You're going to click on that and you're going to hit change settings. Okay. And then there's different tabs out here on the side. You're going to click on each one of these tabs, and then you're going to go down and you're going to edit each one of these things as you go down. That's the first thing you want to do when you come in is basically set up your business. Okay. So that's under the wellness revolution. The other thing that you want to do is know where you build left and build right. There's two legs in this business. There's a right leg and a left leg. It's called a binary. You can only put them on two sides in the business. What we recommend that you do is we recommend that you put one left, one right, one left, one right. And in that way, you're building a balanced business. So how you change that is, let's say it's on build left right now and you put one on your left already, you're going to hit build right and it's going to change it up here. It's that easy. Then you're going to go back in, you're going to change it to back to the left when it's time to change it back to the left. Okay. That's where you change your legs in the business. Okay. Now, the other thing I want you guys to check on that's really, really important is your monthly subscriptions. Okay. Right here, you click on this. This is going to tell you if you signed up for monthly subscriptions when you signed up or if you have a subscription. The reason this is important is because to stay active and get all of your volume that's coming in from people that we sign up, people that you signed up, people that you signed up, you want to make sure you don't lose that volume because that volume is worth money. And to stay active, you have to have at least one sleeve of the X39 patches every month on auto ship. Okay, to make sure that you don't ever lose that volume. Now, once you become a three-star manager and you start hitting the binary, you can upgrade to at least two sleeves of patches. Now, this is the only money that you have to spend in your business. It's basically your rent, okay? But it's your patches that you're using every single month, okay? I mean, if you're going to promote this product, you should use this product. So this is where you have to make sure that your auto ship is set up so that you can get paid in this business. If you don't have something set up, the way you set it up is you go over here to store, click on patches, and then you just click on this patch right here, the X39. and you're going to scroll down and you're going to hit add to monthly subscription orders right here. And it's going to say it's been placed in your auto order. That's not exactly true. You have to go to your cart and hit checkout. And then once you go to checkout, you're going to fill out all the information down here and then ship to this address, blah, blah, blah. You're going to check out the cart. Then once you do that, you want to go back to your monthly subscription orders and make sure that it shows up over here. Okay. I always tell people if you signed up, make sure you do your auto ship for 29 days just to make sure you don't miss out on your volume and lose all of your volume and it starts over again. Okay. So that's how you do your subscription. Your enrollment link. This is really, really important. Okay. This is what you need to give people if they say, hey, I want to buy the patches or I want to become a brand partner in the business. You're going to go to organization and right here it says enroll new. Global enrollment. It's going to ask me to check a box. I'm not a robot. Join now. And this link right here, you're going to copy and paste this link into your notes on your phone. This is the link if someone wants to sign up for the business. Now, we also did some technology training as well, where you can set up boards on your phone and ManyChat, all kinds of different tools. Once you get this business up and going, you can set that up eventually. But right now, I just want it to be at your fingertips. Okay. You're going to copy paste that, put in notes. Now, your customer, if they just want to become a customer, you're going to scroll down to the bottom where it says preferred customer program. This is your customer link right here. And like I said, I know I'm going through this fast, but we have all of this in short 1 to 2 minute videos on the website as well. So if you want to refresh this and go back, everything is broken down on everything that I'm going over right now. Okay. Commissions, how you check commissions. There's a couple ways that you could check commissions. Okay. You can check commissions by going to your home screen and they're going to show up right on top of your home screen. So first thing you're going to see is your commissions. Okay. Right here, you see commissions. If you want to check in detail, you go to commissions, hit commissions, and you're going to see every commission week starts on Monday. This is our commissions so far this week. Just started Monday. We've been open for 12 hours, right? And so this shows you you're up to date as your commissions are coming in. Right here is where you see that. And then you can go down here and it will give you detail on every single way that we get paid in the business. Okay. So this is where you see your commissions. And again, there's more training on this in our thing. The other thing is how do you want to upgrade your your package? Okay. So you can upgrade your package. So if you start with a core and you want to upgrade to advanced or advanced plus or premium, the way you do that is you go to store and under sales tools down here, there's going to be one more option if you're not upgraded to premium. I'm already on premium upgrade. I can only do that one time. It's going to say upgrade package. You're going to click on that and then it'll walk you through exactly how you upgrade your package. Now, some people ask, well, why would I want to upgrade my package? Well, you get more inventory for a lot less than retail. Okay. So that's the reason people have it so that they have patches to put on people and patch people so that they can get people in the business. Okay. Now, there's also a resource tab here. I want to show you this. This is a resource tab. I just tell people to go in here and click through these tabs. This is just more information on Lifewave. It just gives you information that you can go through here and learn about the products, learn about the company, as well as education is going to give you some comp training that you can go in and some comp videos. You can see there's compensation documents, compensation videos that you can go in here and use to learn about the compensation plan. We have some comp training on our platform as well. I'm sorry, on our website. And Lola, you guys want to drop that website in the chat? It's wellnessrev.org. You can go in there and there's so many videos and so much content that you guys can go in there. And all of it's like 1 to 3 minute videos that's easy to watch. We have a schedule that's coming out at the beginning of the year. It's a 20-day plan where you spend 15 minutes a day and you're going to have everything that you need to be proficient in this business, as well as an 8-step plan to set your business up. Very, very easy. All the links are going to be very easy for you to click on and go through on your phone, on your computer, whatever device that you work on. But that's coming as a January 5th. We will have that complete, maybe a little bit before. All right. So, excuse me. Let's talk about the hardest part about this business, you guys. The very hardest part. And I think it's the easiest part, but for some people, it's the hardest part of the business. And that is consistently getting into a conversation with somebody. And so we also have a training that we're working on right now called 2626. and 2, 10, 1. Okay. 26, 26 just means in a year period. So from this December 15th until next December 15th, your goal is to get 52 people in the business, 26 on your left side, 26 on your right side. And that sounds like a lot of people. That sounds like, holy crap, 52 people. How am I going to make that happen? Well, how we make that happen is we talk to two people every single day, not DM, not message, not WhatsApp. Get into a conversation, which I'm going to teach you how to do that tonight. Okay. You're going to talk to two people every day. That should take you no more than 20 minutes to do that. If it takes you more than 10 minutes in a conversation, you're talking too much. Okay. No more than 10 minutes. It could be 5 minutes. Okay. Most of the time it's taken up by you getting to know them. But if you talk to two people 5 days a week, 10 people a week, you're going to get one person a week to sign up. That's just the numbers. It's a 10% close rate. Now, where most people struggle is the nine that say no. And what I want you to know tonight is do not focus on the nine that say no. Focus on the one that says yes, because that's a celebration. One a week gives you 52 people. If you get 52 people in the business and you duplicate that and they get 52 people in your business, you're going to make $8,000 to $10,000 a week in this business. $40,000 a month, okay? By getting one person a week and teaching every person to do the same thing that you bring in, okay? So 52 times 52, let me give you this number. 52 times 52 is 2,704 people, okay? 2,704 people. And that's just getting the 52 to get 52. That's not getting those 52 to get 52 to get 52 to get 52. That is astronomical numbers where in 2.5 years you could be doing $5 to $6 million a week in this business in revenue, which is going to pay you about $50,000 a week. Okay. Getting one person. Too many people focus on other things and try to get everyone, or they don't get anybody because they're not having the right conversation. So that's what we're going to talk to you guys about. But the most difficult part is talking to two people consistently every single day. But the difficult part about it is what to say and how to say it and get in that conversation. Before I talk about what to say, I want to talk to you about what not to say. All right. Don't vomit on people in the beginning of the conversation about how amazing this device is, how amazing this business is, how excited you are about this new opportunity. Do not do that. Okay. That's not how you get into a conversation. Don't talk about the comp plan right away when you start talking about the summit. Don't talk about the comp plan, how amazing it is, because something that sounds too good to be true usually is in people's mind. Okay? Don't talk about it being a direct sales company. I'm not saying hide it, but it's not what I launch with. I talk about it being a stem cell business, a wellness business. I don't talk about it being a network marketing business. Don't do that because people are going to shut off. That's just how the industry is done to people. So what I don't do is I don't talk about that. Now, what I do, how I get into a conversation with people is I leave people with themselves. And what I mean by that is I know everything about them and they know nothing about me. And how I do that is by asking questions. So if it's someone that I know, I'm going to take the same approach. If it's someone I don't know, I'm going to take the same approach. And how I do that is if I know them and I know what they do, I'm going to say, are you still working there? If I don't know them, I'm going to ask them, what do they do for a living? And the reason why I ask this question is because it's people's identity. If you're a baseball player, an actress, if you're an air traffic controller, if you're a stay-at-home mom, that's what you spend a majority of your life doing. The majority of your waking hours is working, doing something. Most people don't care to ask people about that or ask any detailed questions. And so when they ask me what they do, I'm going to ask a little bit more detailed questions. What does the day look like? How long have you been there? But the two main questions that I'm going to always ask is tell me one thing you love about your job. Now, most people are not going to tell you many things that they love about it, and that's okay. I'm going to get that information. That's good information. And then I'm going to ask them what would be one thing that they would change. Now, the reason I use these words is they're not negative words. Love is not a negative word. What would you change? That's not a negative word. But why I ask these questions is it gives me information so that when I'm talking to them about what I do, which is next, I have information to make the conversation built around them versus built around I have a canned presentation for every single person I talk to. Now, when they give me those answers, I don't jump in with the solution. If it's a negative response, they don't like it, they're not making enough money, they don't have enough time with their family. I don't jump in with that because what's going to happen when you ask authentic questions and you get to know someone, what's going to happen is they're going to ask you, what do you do for a living now? Or what are you up to? And that's when you have to have your 30-second commercial. Now, if you just started using this device and you don't have a transformation or a testimonial quite yet that's that powerful, this is what I always say. And the reason why I don't make I use my testimonial used to be that I used to wake up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And since I wore this patch, I don't have to do that. But that doesn't relate to the macro of people. It relates to a very, very small micro of people. And so what I say is, what I've noticed from this patch is my age reversing, my hair, my skin is getting younger. I have more energy than I've ever had in my entire life. I have no discomfort or pain in my body. I sleep better than I've ever slept, and I know because I track it. My sleep has gone up 32%, and the mental clarity that I have is more than anything that I've ever had. And oh, by the way, my personal story that doesn't relate on the macro, but relates on the micro, is I used to wake up and to go to the bathroom, and ever since I've been wearing this patch, I don't get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. That's my testimonial. But I always start my testimonial off with one key hook. And that is, this has changed my life more than anything's ever changed my life before. And I go into those five things. Okay. That's how I get into a conversation. But they ask me what I'm up to. I'm in the stem cell business. It's changed my life more than anything has ever changed my life before. This is what it's done for me. And by then, what they're usually asking me 95% of the time is, that's awesome. How do I get that? And I say, well, that's the easiest part. You could buy it for $149 a month retail, but no one really does that because I can get it to you for wholesale price at $99 a month with an auto ship. Or what I do is I'm actually I made it my social responsibility to share with everyone, and the company actually compensates me for that. Which one sounds most appealing to you? And I meet people where they are, not where I want them to be. Because I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know if somebody is looking for another opportunity. I don't know if someone's just looking for a device to take care of one of those five ailments that go on in people's lives that I know everyone deals with at least one. And whatever they tell me, if they want to be a customer, that's where I meet them. Now, if they want to be a customer, that's fine. In 60 days, I'm going to follow up with you and ask if you want to get it for free. Because there's a way to get it for free if you get three customers to sign up. Friends, family, neighbors, people you work with, you can get your patch free every single month. And then I follow up with them again and say, well, listen, you've brought six customers in the business. Why don't you, sign up as a brand partner and all these people you come in, the company's going to pay you for it. Just like TikTok or Facebook or, all these companies online, Amazon, that you can be an affiliate with them. It's the same thing. And that's how I get into the conversation with them. It's very, very, very easy. Now, through the conversation, I will ask them questions like, what do you know about stem cells? Like, so this has got to be a part of when you're getting into the conversation. And you don't have to know a lot about stem cells, but I ask people, what do they know about stem cells? Because most people don't know anything. But there is one fun fact that you guys need to learn how to talk about. And that is between the age of 0 and 30, 50% of your stem cells go dormant. They're not working. That's why we see 30-year-olds in sports get more injuries and take a lot longer to recover. And between the age of 30 and 60, 95% of your stem cells are dormant. That's why we see people over the age of 60 really start to age aggressively and disease starts to set in. Do you know that stem cells are the main reason that inflammation stays out of your body and we stay healthy? If they're not there, they can't do that for you. And then I'll ask people like, hey, how's your day-to-day energy level? Most people are taking some kind of stimulant, drinking coffee, taking Adderall, drinking energy drinks, doing pre-workout to go to the gym and work out so that they have more energy. And then I'll just talk about how this patch gives me that without me dumping chemicals into my body. I'll look for people with pain, discomfort. And I'll tell them how it removed all the discomfort from me being an athlete my entire life. The other people that I talk to is people in direct sales. And the reason I talk to people in direct sales, I'll just ask them what their compensation structure looks like. Like what percentage of your company revenue do they pay to the field? The average answer is anywhere between 34 and 42%. Our company pays 60. That's a huge difference. So I get in that conversation with them and talk to them about this opportunity because they can do this opportunity with another direct sales company. Lifewave does not care if you're with another company. Most companies do care. They have an abundance mindset. They don't have a scarcity mindset. Now, the other place you can use to reach out to people to get into conversations, again, DMing and messaging is not an effective way to grow your business. Okay. It doesn't work. You might get one or two, but how you get people in this business and how you get people to get dispatched is having conversations with people. But how you get people in that funnel is use social media. Talk about the product, talk about your experience. Now, one key word I said is talk. A lot of people are afraid of doing videos. You know, when you take a photo with you and one other person or three other people or five other people, the first and only person you look at in that photo is you. That's just how we are as human beings. We want to make sure we look decent in that photo before anybody posts it in this day and age. You know, in a video, most people do a video and never post it because they watch it and they're so self-critical of the video and they're worried about being judged that they never posted. Do you know that if you only have 200 followers on social media and you post consistently on social media, you could get at least 20 people to sign up in your business? That's 10%. If you have 2,000, that's 200. If you have 20,000, that's 2,000 people. Don't sleep on social media, you guys. Friends and family, those are other people you should get in conversations with. They're the toughest. They're the toughest people to get in a conversation with because they're the most critical of you because they know who you are. They're going to wait and see how this works out for you. Maybe they trust you enough to get in the business, but go practice on them. What about people you went to school with? What about people you worked with in the past? Pull out your phone, go through your contacts. Most people have at least 250 contacts in their phone. You're gonna get married, you're gonna have a party, you're gonna go through your contacts in your phone and invite people to your party. Go through your contacts and then just accidentally pocket dial people. I do this all the time. I got 4,000 contacts in my phone. I play roulette. I just spin it, and wherever it stops, I'll call that person and I'll act like I'm calling another Robert. And they're like, no, this is Robert Jerome. Oh, hey, brother, what's going on? How you been? Oh my God, we haven't talked in ages. What you been up to? Where you working? What are you doing? How long you been there? Dude, you must love it. What do you love about it? What would you change about it? And then they're gonna say, well, what are you up to these days? And then you're gonna be ready with your 30-second commercial. I'm in the stem cell business. This thing has changed my life more than anything has ever changed my life before. It's reversing my age. It's giving me more energy than I've ever had in my life. I have no pain or discomfort in my body. I'm sleeping like I've never slept before, and I have more mental clarity than I had when I was 20 years old. What? What is this thing? What do you know about stem cells? You know, between the age of 0 and 30, boom, boom, boom. Every single person. That's how you get in the conversation. 10-minute conversation. How do I get it? Oh, that's easy. You got to have your commercial ready. But it's a numbers game, you guys. Just try this. Try this for a month and see what happens. But pull out your phone and go through those contacts. The main thing you need to do is when you're out in front of people, is you got to patch people. You got to have some inventory, give people 5 patches so that they get the transformation. 75% of people that you talk to and give a patch to are going to have a transformation. So give them a patch, give them 4 patches. And that's what's going to help build your business. So I want to show you really, really quickly. I want to share with you our website just to give you guys some basis. And we're working on it. We're adding some things as well. We're always tweaking this and trying to make it better for you guys. So if you guys go to the wellnessrev.org, you're going to see here the first tab here is get on board and then join our school. But you can go through every single page, which, like I said, we're creating this thing where you guys can go through every single page within 20 days. But if you click on get on board, this is going to take you through the first steps, onboarding chats. These are all the meetings that we have, all the links that you guys need. All you gotta do is just click on it. Like, so this is tonight's call. What date are we here? December. Right here, onboarding. It's right there. All you gotta do is just click on that Zoom call and you're in the meeting. You don't have to wait for it to come out in chats. You don't have to wait for any of that to come out. It's all right there for you. As well as training modules. This is all the basics, everything that we talked about tonight, accessing your back office, all the things that you need. You guys can go down here, the importance of hitting manager, all of the information that you need, as well as all the resources that you need to have is going to help your business. The key to this is making sure and ensuring that your people that are coming to business know about this so they can also get a very, very quick start to this business. Very, very, very important that you're sharing this information for everyone to have this information to get here and have the results that you're having and help them. As well as we also have something else on here that you guys can sign up for a thing called I Decide. I Decide, if you don't have it and you want to see an example of it, if you want to send Evelyn or Lola or Justin a message and we'll send you ours, but it's when someone says, "Hey, send me more information," it's a presentation that you can send out to people that basically they go on a self-guided presentation, has their name, what city they're in, what time it is where they are when they open it up. But it gives you a back end so that when someone opens it up, it'll tell you where they watched the video to. It also has your link in there so they can sign up to the business through that I Decide video. It costs $199 one time for the rest of your life. You have access to this video and it has all of your information. So when people say, "Hey, can you send me some more information?" You send it, and now you have it in a database that you can follow up with these people for the rest of your life and see if they've watched the video and follow up with them, an email, text message, whatever. It will give you reminders to do the same thing. So if you want to get iDecide, you can go on our website and you can actually click on it right here and pay for it. But if you want to see a sample of ours, we're putting a sample on the website. They're working on that for us, but if you want one, we could send it to you and you can see what it is. So just, send a message or put it here in the chat to Lola or Evelyn, and they will send you an iDecide link today or tomorrow so you guys can see that. But this is just a technology that's a great technology that you guys can use to build your business. So that's all I have right now. What I want to do, open it up for you guys for any questions that you guys might have or anything that you might be struggling with when you're talking to people. I would love to be able to help you with that as well. So I usually try to save 15 minutes at the end to kind of help you guys and make you, I know it's a lot of information. Um, don't fret because it took me about a month to understand. That's why I did the 20-day plan because it took me about a month to kind of get comfortable and understand everything that I have to do and listen to the calls and know how I need to present this business. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to help you with anything that you might have right now. Anybody, don't be shy. I can't be shy in this business. You got to have questions. I see some new faces on here. Is there any questions in the chat, Evelyn or Lola?
Hola, yo, buenas tardes.
Hey, good evening.
Hey,
Hola.
how are you?
Um,
Oh, yeah, you can
muy bien,
speak,
¿y tú?
sorry, you can speak Spanish because I have an interpreter. So you don't have to speak English. I'll understand everything you're saying. How
Very
do you say
well.
your
And
name?
you?
Entonces, ¿sí me estás entendiendo?
Okay, so you're understanding me?
Yep, I understand you perfectly.
Michis, mi nombre es
Mishis.
francés.
My name is
Michis.
Francis.
Okay, nice to meet you, Michis.
Sí, mira, la pregunta es algo que no me
Okay,
quedó
so
muy
my
claro.
question is something that wasn't very
Es
clear to me.
¿dónde hablas del
When you were
26?
talking
No me
about
acuerdo qué
26,
concepto usaste,
what concept,
pero
I don't
dijiste
remember what
26
concept
de
you
un
used.
lado,
You said
26 del
26
otro
on one side,
lado.
26 on
No
the
me
other
quedó
side.
muy claro.
That wasn't
¿Será
very
que tengo
clear.
que
I know that
buscar más
I have
información
to check the
para
information
poder,
more in
pues, como
detail
dices
to
tú,
be able,
tardarte
like
un
you
mes,
just said,
pero
you took a
es mi
month,
primera
but
vez en la
it's my
capacitación,
first
entonces,
day in training.
sí
But
me gustaría que
I
hablaras un
would
poco
like
más
to
de ese punto,
clarify
por
about
favor.
this 26-26.
Yeah, so the concept is this, Michis. If you can, a lot of people, let's just say they come in this business and in 2 months, they get two or three people in the business and they're discouraged. People aren't signing up. You're not that good at talking about it yet. So what I want people to psychologically focus on in this business is what's important is a goal. Okay. And the goal is it's a binary plan, right? So in order for the binary to work, you need 26 people on your left side and 26 people on your right side. That's the goal. Okay. In order to hit that goal, we need to talk to two people every single day. Now, if you want to talk to more people, amazing. But I want to make it realistic for everyone. I want to make it something that everyone can do. So if you have a full-time job, you could find a way to talk to two people every single day. If you talk to two people every single day, 5 days a week, that's 10 people in a week that you're going to have a conversation with. If you talk to 10 people in a week, you should be able to get at least one of those to say yes and sign up and start this business. Okay. So if you do that 52 weeks, right? There's 52 weeks in a year, you'll have 26 and 26. So in a year period, you should be able to have minimum 52 people in your business. Now, if you can get those same 52 people to plug into this system, okay, and do the same thing, talk to two people a day, 10 people a week, and they get 52, you'll be making $8,000 to $10,000 a week in this business. Where are you at? Where do you live, Michis?
Yo estoy en
I
México.
am in Mexico,
Estoy en
Okay.
Guadalajara.
So
Guadalajara.
this works. It doesn't matter where you are. Mexico, US, Canada, Puerto Rico, um, Portugal, Dubai, wherever you are, it's all about people. And we just got to talk to people and give them a system. The problem with this business is nobody has a system, right? They just come in and they talk to people. What I want to do is give you guys a psychological system so that you don't get discouraged. And that's why I said, listen, what most people focus on, Michis, is the 9 people that say no. And they get discouraged by that instead of celebrating the one person that said yes. Because sales is about more no's than yeses. I don't care what you, if you're, I sold insurance for 25 years. 90% of the people that I talked to on the phone or in my office said no. And 10% of them said yes. And I built an $80 million business off of one person saying yes out of 10. Right? That's the numbers, but people don't think about that. They just say, oh, everyone's saying no. Not everyone's saying no, but you got to talk to people. So if you're talking to 10 people every single week, you're talking to 40 people a month, right? That means you're talking to 600 people in a year or 480 people in a year. So if you're talking to 480 people in a year, now this is something that I didn't talk about, Michis. The 9 people that say no are follow-ups. Just because they said no doesn't mean it's no forever. It's just no right now because maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe they're stressed out at work. Maybe there's, their kid's sick. So it's just no right now. So you're going to follow up with those people every 90 days. And then you're going to build a business and have a lot of people to talk to because all the no's don't mean they're no forever. They're just no right now. Maybe they don't think they need money. Maybe they don't want to do this. Maybe they don't understand it. Maybe you didn't do a good job of presenting it the first time because you were new. So, Michis, do you know when you talk to the most people in this business?
Realmente, no sé, yo en mi caso,
I don't know. In my case, at work, while we're in our break, our lunch break, having
That's
breakfast,
good.
siempre me dicen,
and
eres muy
people always say, "Hey, you have a lot of energy." They say that to me. What do you do? And that's when I
ahí entró la
start
conversación.
talking about the
Y sí,
conversation.
normalmente,
And
por,
yes,
no sé, por
normally,
la naturaleza y
due to
golpeado, tengo
nature
mucha
and God,
energía.
I do have a
Y
lot of
a través
energy.
de estos parches, no
So
sé qué
through
me
these
pasa, que
patches, I don't know
¡ah!
what happens. I have more energy.
Y
Yeah, so
entonces,
Michis, you know what I would do? This is what I would do. If someone says, you have a lot of energy, or why? You know what I would do? I'd be like this. This. Have you heard of this? And they're gonna be like, what is that? You haven't heard of this? Oh my God, really? This thing has changed my life more than anything has ever changed my life ever. I have more energy than I've ever had in my entire life. And then you get into your pitch, right? So that's a great pitch when someone's like, you have so much energy. How do you have so much energy? Boom, right here. This is what's giving me so much energy. And then once you get good at talking about the business, then you're going to get better and better and better, and everyone's going to follow you. And this is the thing, Michis. We talk about this when we come into business the first 90 days more than ever. But you know when we are the worst at talking about this? The first 90 days in the business, because we're learning. And so those people that we talk to, we're not that great at talking about it. And they're like, I'm not so sure. But like, this is the thing, Michis. Let me tell you something about women, okay? You guys are sales ninjas. You know why? Because no one ever thinks you're selling to them. Guys, everyone thinks we're selling to them. Guys are like Eskimos trying to sell ice to people, right? Women, you guys can talk about things with empathy and passion, and people are going to buy what you're sharing. So you guys have to take that to your advantage and go out there and share this with people with that excitement, with that energy. And people are gonna be like, yeah, yeah, I want that. You're saying this thing gave you a lot of energy? Okay, I need that. Because this is the thing, 95% of the people on the planet right now, one thing that everyone wants more of is energy. Like when you see a little kid running around with all kinds of energy, you're like, man, I would take half of his energy. If I could just have a little bit of what he's got running around like crazy, I want some of that, right? Everyone wants some of that. So that's a perfect entry for you, which is when people ask you, like, how do you have so much energy? And you know what? It also makes me really happy because it's true, right? This thing makes you really happy. It makes you feel really good. And people want to be happy. You're like, and guess what? You know what the coolest thing about this is? There's no chemicals, there's no stimulants. This just uses your own body resources. It's a healthy thing. It's holistic health. It's just using light in your body to wake up your stem cells, which makes you have more energy and feel happy because you're back to your young state. That's why this is an age reversal product, right? So that's how you have to use this thing, Michis. So that the 2626 is just the amount of people you want in your organization. The 2 people a day, 10 people a week, one person signing up. I want you to focus on celebrating that one person, and those 9 people follow up with them. But you got to have a system to follow up with them. They got to go on your phone and your calendar, right? Everyone has a calendar in their phone. Right here's calendar, right? It's on the bottom of the thing. I click on that. When I talk to someone and they don't sign up, they're going right here in 90 days. Their name, what they did, their product, and then in 90 days, when it comes up on my calendar, I'm calling them up again. And when I follow up, I'm not following up about the patch. I'm following up on their life. Because if you follow up to sell somebody something, they're never taking another one of your phone calls. But if you follow up, be like, hey, girl, how's the job going? How's the vacation with the family? And then they're gonna say, "Hey, Michis, so are you still doing that stem cell thing? Oh my God, girl, are you kidding? I don't even know what I told you back then, but what I told you back then it's way better than I told you back then. Like I have a way better understanding of this. This thing has changed my life more than anything." And she's gonna hear that same excitement, and then they might come on, but maybe not. And then I'm gonna follow up with you in 6 months. I'm gonna put you on my calendar. I'm gonna follow up. I'm not following up about the patch ever. I'm not talking about the patch unless you bring it up. If she doesn't ever bring it up, Michis, I don't bring it up. I let them bring it up. And they're gonna bring it up because you're gonna just, you're gonna have that energy that they know Michis to have. Like you still have that same energy, girl. I have more energy. Like I feel like I'm 20 years younger. Right? And then you're going to get into the conversation. And maybe it's just they want to be a customer and they want to try the patch. But you got to meet people where they are, not where you want them to be. Because if you meet people where they are, you're not a salesperson. If you meet people where they are, you're not trying to push something on them. But if you try to push them in where you want them to be, now you're selling them. And I don't want to sell people. Because once you sell people, then they think you're always selling them. All I want to do is help you. And if someone wants to make more money, then they're going to want to go there. If they want to just feel better, they're going to want to go there. But eventually, I'm going to follow up with all those people too and say, listen, you can get this thing for free. Why are you paying money for it? You can get it for free. Why didn't you tell me that? Well, I just want to see if it worked first. Like it works great for me. Now that it's working for you, you should get it for free. And now you're the friend, right? And then once they get it for free, you can say, girl, you got like 6 customers to sign up. Why don't you become a brand partner and share this thing and let the company pay you? You're leaving money on the table. Why are you leaving money on the table? You can get it for free and make money. And so that's the process that I take people through. So I hope that answers your question. Any other questions?
No, muy bien, muchas
Everything
gracias.
is great. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Anybody else? Don't be shy. All right, guys, this is your guys' time. Every week, this is your time You can come on here every week. I'm always have leave 15 to 20 minutes for questions. So if you guys don't have any more questions, have a good night. We are not having this call next week. So if you sign somebody up, the next 2 weeks, I believe, is that correct, Lola? Next week, yeah, next week we're not having calls because it's Christmas and New Year's, and we will start January 5th. But do not lose momentum, you guys. Keep the momentum going. The holidays are coming, so you want to talk to everyone about this at the holiday parties. Bring this up in conversations. Start your year off with a bang. Make sure you're on our January 5th calls, where we are partnering up with another group of people that is going to come in. They speak Spanish too. So it's going to be also great for you guys. But let's make sure that we go through this holidays and we are trying to talk to as many people as possible, family, friends, whoever it is. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.